Tehenhauin. Hey guys, welcome back with Linksy. Today we're going to do the Tehenhauin 5/10 turns-ish guide. I have a 5 turn guide which is semi-decent. But I'm also trying to figure out the best 10 turn guide. So this is take one of possibly, hopefully just one. But anyway, welcome back, guys. So last time we covered what the Tehenhauin has and is, and he's the King Chief. He's the Lizard Jesus, and he has Lizard Jesus, Lizard Moses, almost at the same time. He has the plagues and he has the sacrificial stabby thingy. It's good that we start with Salamander Hunting Pack, Ark of Sotek, and these red crested skinks. Now, there's a way to actually just do it auto-resolve as well, which we won't do today. Well, maybe they're just the first battle against Borgzeb's Cruffle over here. But we'll get straight into it. So first things first, you use the sacrifice to Sotek. You get 200 captives, and you get the cohort of Sotek, and that gives you a Regent of Renown. Cohort of Soteks are really strong, and recruiting them will definitely boost up your army. We don't want nasty Sauruses, and we do want iron. So we're gonna destroy the Saurus Underground Lagoon, because, we pay 200% extra for Saurus upkeeps. That's not actually worth it. We just want skinks with javelins, and they're gonna be our main battle line. We can't really even do any of the technology, and that's fine. So, Clan Fester, let's beat them back to the bushes. They're gonna run away from you because we do have the Bastiladon, which is ridiculously strong. Considering all of this, it's really, really good. They do have one Plague Priest, but the rest of their army is kind of trashed. Plague Priest, we need to make sure the Hunting Pack and the Ark of Sotek break. Tehenhauin himself will be able to deal with the Experimenter there. And let's fight the battle. If you were to auto-resolve this at this point, you lose both of your skin cohorts. Red skin cohorts. But you can if you want to. I mean, auto-resolve on Legendary is always an interesting thing. And yeah. Like, words. It's something I'm actually looking into, to try and do an auto-resolve only campaign on Legendary, which would just be absolutely nightmarish just to think about. But should be possible, and I think the Tehenhauin is one of those that would make it possible. And we'll see. So our front line is these boys. We do get King Skirmishers, which you notice that I'll just put them up front. Where is his clan? Where are his clan reds? Oh, Plague Monks, sorry. The Plague Monks are over there, so we'll abuse them a little bit. And you guys do have... You cause fear, so I'll use you to try and cause mass fear. The Tehenhauin gets a little bit of spells. He does get the Flock of Doom, which does ridiculous amounts of damage. I'm gonna try and use the fact that we have the hill against them, and yeah, Sotek Tika, as they say in Skink. I really hate Skink Skirmishers. I think they're worse trash than trash, but they're okay. They shoot. Chameleon Skinks are obviously miles and miles ahead in terms of quality, but can't have it all. Hopefully we'll get some of the units running after the skirmishers, and they do a little bit of damage here and there. The big boys over here are doing some damage as well, so that's good for us. And okay, you know what, you guys run back there. Plague Monks, you guys get that. Yeah, Clan Rats, they're not really getting that much damage. Okay, you go up there, and you go into the Plague Monks, and we'll give you a little bit of a buff. Come around. And this guy has the ability of summoning a lot of snakes around him. Wait, let's do it. Yeah, I think that's good. They basically release these snakes everywhere. There you go, and they do an AoE damage that is relatively good. Jesus Christ, these guys just took so much damage. Yeah, they're glass cannons, they do damage, but that's just about it. Entities cannot die while this is active. They refuse to die, that's good. You do that, and we do that. Okay, you go deal with them, and okay, did we break the plague monks? We broke the plague monks, and that's good. And you, I need you to charge into the rear of that. You charge into the rear of this. All us kings, and I need you to do this again here. Big boy. The problem with these salamander hunting pack is they are so weak on melee. They're fast, but they're really weak on melee. Definitely could have been worked a little bit better. Those kinky boys are dying, and Tehenhauin is also not having a great time down here. Okay, you go up there. Hopefully that Flock of Doom will do the rest of the trick. I'm just trying to keep as many alive as possible. Tehenhauin, get the flip out of there. Clan Rats with spears, you go out. And you charge into this. Okay. We might be able to break those. You guys are not having a good time there. And Tehenhauin gets that ability. And he broke them. And we get this Flock of Doom now. Flock of Doom is, honestly, in my opinion, really grossly underestimated how strong it is as an ability, and it does so much extra damage. Okay, you go kill him, you guys go there, and Tehenhauin, no, I need you to go kill him, and you run into them. Okay, you are breaking those boys. You can shoot there. Okay, we might have gotten this. Okay, charge into the rear of those clan rats. You're making sure they don't return. Bastillodon, Ark of Sotek, and another one of these. There you go. Ark of Sotek is essentially just a massive snake trap. Okay, Tehenhauin, just get away from there, and okay. And you guys are still alive, but I'm gonna take you out because I don't want you to be wiped out, and you're just about to start falling like flies there. You are not allowed to die, and just charge in. That should break them. Army loss penalties should be any second now. Okay, you guys hide up there. You're still chasing them. Okay, I think we've minimized the losses on the first fight slightly. The skink boys are doing their best. Go run into the rear of that. Primal instincts, and you breaking him. Okay, this is the last solid unit they have. Pity we didn't have water as well, because water is really good for skinky boys. They do big things in water. If we break this, we should be okay. Because they're their main force at the moment. The salamander hunting pack is, well, okay. These kings do damage, as you can see, 242 kills, but Jesus Christ, they are squishy. Okay, that's it. And battle. Close victory. Again, if you auto-resolve this fight, you're gonna lose a lot of health from your salamander hunting pack, a lot of health from your Bastillodon, and your skin cohorts are gonna go poof. And it's, you know, you can replace them and it's perfectly okay, but why lose something when you can keep it, right? Plus, it's also a really nice, good battle if you're completely new to Lizardmen, to try out the skinky boys and play around a bit with the mobile artillery that the salamanders are, and that the Ark of Sotek is. Ark of Sotek is more like a walking minefield where you can summon a crap ton of snaky boys to do your bidding for you. Slither, 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 slither. Slither, 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 slither. That kind of thing. I'm still impressed. 142 kills is quite a lot. We will get unit replenishment, and it's a really good idea to go for sacrificial offerings as well. Experience is nice, but sacrificial offerings is great. He's dead. Walk as far as you can. Of course, get the route marcher. You're gonna need it to get to Shahutek, pronouncing that wrong most probably. And we're going to recruit King Cohort with Javelins, 3 of them, because they're going to be really useful. And we next turn will go for Sacrifice of How many do we have? We're just about there. Sacrifice of this one, Kurveta, which is going to give us the replenishment we need. That's something I recommend you constantly have active whenever you can, because, well, 15% extra replenishment rate is absolutely insane. It does do miracles. Now, something I didn't talk about. We're surrounded by the Awakened here. There's Teclis there. There's some more Skaven down here. There's Itza, which already took Axolotl, which is fine. Then there is Tlexlan and the Ruins of Chakwa. Now, what I do normally is I go straight north and I meet the Hunts Marshal as well. And I try to take out the Hunts Marshal as much as possible. But that has issues, right? That is going to increase your difficulty tenfold, the Hunts Marshal early game, especially as the AI is really strong. And Temple of Tlexlan means you're going to be fighting the, good boys of, what are they called again? Wait, Vampire Coast Mutineers, which are basically fighting, Luther Harkon over here, who's going to not be happy that you take the settlements, which he deems to be his own. Now we're going to come up here straight away, and this is a relatively straightforward fight. They do have some units, but they have no missiles to speak of. They do have Night Runners. They are, decent. They have some ammunition, but you can easily deal with that with your Bastillodon. And you could auto-resolve, but I'm going to fight it again to show you how I would do it. But for the sake of it being a tutorial, because there's no real difficulty in this fight. Your Skin Cohort with Javelins have a lot of skirmishing potential, and then you finish everything off by charging in. The anchor of your army is your, of course, your Bastillodon and your Salamander Hunting Pack are your artillery. These guys are extra. You go there. The main thing here is trying to conserve health of your units as much as possible. There are various reasons for it. The main reason is, though, that you should, as much as possible, not lose models, because even though you'll get really good replenishment soon, you're going to be fighting a lot of battles, which I would not want personally to be with so much losses included in the fight. Okay, so they're going after this. That's good. That splits up their army a little bit, and it didn't do damage, right? We didn't get kills, but we injured all of them a bit, and we started taking away from their health. So that guy has wait, what does this guy have? What is he? Hybrid weapon infantry, duelist ambusher. Okay, Tehenhauin is going in there, and these guys will shoot their hearts out. Night Runners, all us kinks, boys, and you charge it. You cast that there, and you shoot at that. And you charge in there. He's already broken these two, and that's fantastic. Maybe a little too fast, honestly. Okay, I need you to run back, and okay, they're getting shot at to bits and bobs. Hola Skink, you charge in, and yeah, this should be a route, really easy route. We have most of their units in one area, and these guys took over the Night Runners over there. Skinky boys, okay, I need you to go there. I need you to trigger that and charge into there. And where is Tehenhauin? Oh, that's friendly fire if I ever saw it. Okay, you go deal with that. And Okay, he's running away, but he's not really going to... Okay, their ability just ran out, means they're gonna start dropping like flies, but... dodge. 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 It's really hard to dodge with these numbers. Oh, and there's water here, which we can eat. I'm naturally prone to stay away from water, but skinks get a massive buff in water. They get like extra... Wait, where does it? Melee defense and speed. So they are lizards. That's something that you expect. Okay, collapse on them. And just shoot at them in the back. That's it. These Night Runners are down, and we didn't even get to use these. I mean, they all did nice work. Bastillodon and the hunting pack are doing okay. These guys are not having fun. It's always nice when you start with a big boy. In this case, the Bastillodon. Bastillodons aren't my favorite to begin with, but you know, you take what you can get. Okay, they're breaking. Cool. They're breaking as well. And which is the weakest one? You chase after them. You come this way. And what is... Oh, this is an assassin, master assassin. Yeah, but these guys should, like, let's see again, because I didn't look at it properly before. Come on. (120 melee defense, and I think a little bit extra movement speed, but could be wrong. They're running after that. Okay, fast forward. Just when they get off the battlefield, it should be fine. They broke. This guy is somehow still doing well. Wow. And just do that. They're off the battlefield. They're off the battlefield. These guys are... Okay, they don't want to retreat. Okay, army losses. Okay, and decisive victory. Second one of the day. At this point, the worst is, like, so-called worst at these first 10 turns is behind you. The main issue that you're going to face now is where you're going to expand, what you're going to do, how you're going to move. Because if you start a war, you're going to struggle to finish it at this point in time. You don't have much of economy, etc. But at the same time, you need to start a war and finish it as soon as possible. Now, attacking the Awakening is not a good idea. They have a ridiculously good defense there. They get the Necrofex Colossus if they're tier 4, I think. And they start at tier 3 as well, so that's not a great idea. The other option is you attack the Hunts Marshal and expand north, and then you defeat, what you call it, you confederate the other lizard factions. You could also try and play it slow, loot and occupy. You could sack, but in this case loot and occupy. And there you go. Now, important over here, the skink foraging camp is built, the skinks are needed, and the spawn pool of the braves. And now Tehenhauin also needs a little bit extra cunning, because, well, Skaven, you need to be cunning against them. 3 of those. We need to remember to get the sacrifice of Kurvetsa, and that means that all of a sudden our units are just recovering so much faster. Our army is getting into decent plate. Now, as well as that, keep in mind, Rebellion is going to come. You have 2 options now. You can go to the Temple of Tleklan, or you can go to Chakwa. Chakwa is a really good idea because it puts you in much closer contact with Itza, and you can start building your relationship with them a little bit more. It is also good at this point to try and get non-aggression pacts with these boys. and try to build relationship with them. See who they're fighting. They're fighting the Clanfester, which we were fighting as well, and they're fighting Clan Pestilence, which are just a pain in the ass. But yeah, we did also. We'll soon have the Iron Pit mining finished, and that will give us a bit of trading goods, which are really useful. Don't use up your gold, you're going to need it, and you're going to need to upgrade this to tier 3. It's going to take a while, but you'll get there, especially with this King Foraging Camp. It will help a lot, and don't worry, you're still on turn 2. With regards to your army, you're going to need to spam as many skin cohorts as possible. You're going to have a lot of skinky boys, and that's going to be the name of the game. Rights, you get access to the Right of Sotek, but you don't need the Right of Primeval Glory this early anyway. It costs too much as well. You could build up towards it, and you get the first Blessing unit and just, you know, rampage, but you're not going to be able to afford it for a while. And turn. There is usually, so if we go up here, you will get there in 2 turns, and they usually have a small army, which would be quite worth the fighting. No, they want a non-aggression pack, but they're not going to get it. It's not worth it for us to do so, because we do need the Temple of Tleklan, which is a really important settlement for us to have in general. See, if we go up here, we'll be able to have this in 2 turns, but if we go down here, and if we take that, we won't be able to take this, as the boys at Laxline over here will take it for us. Now, we will build a relationship with them eventually, as we're building with all the other skink boys, but it's not going to be as easy as... Right, so there's the option of running all the way down here, taking out Chakwa, or running up here to Temple of Tleklan and taking it out, which is what I take every day of the week. I'll bring up my army here. It gives me another turn to do replenishment. Again, it's up to you guys. I'm just leaving it open for you. Another turn of replenishment. And you go to the Temple of Tleklan and take it out next turn. There is an army there, but it's absolutely okay. Now, we also have Tablet of Spawning, which is available, and this is really good because we do want the +2 for Skinks, and eventually you get the Template of Skinks, which will give us the Sync of Purpose, which gives us 10 weapon strength for all of them, which, I mean, the Skink boys need their lovin'. Now, sacrifice it to Sotek. We will do sacrifice to Shanhutek, which is +10 armor for all armies. You could go for leadership, but the armor is much needed now, especially since we're going against the boys with lots of guns and missiles. We need that extra armor to protect our skinless boys. Scaly boys. Skinless? Well, they don't have skin, they technically have scales, but their skin is made of scales. Okay, I guess he's moving in his lord over here. Fair enough. Imminent rebellion, that's okay. How's the garrison? Yeah, the garrison should be able to take care of that, I think. Declare war. And that should be an easy auto resolve, honestly, at this point. Yep. I was gonna say we're gonna lose something, but that was a very easy auto resolve. I did not expect him to run out loot and occupy, and we're gonna stay here for the turn. We're also gonna get Ancient Cunning once again because our ambushes need to be on point. Now at this point I also recruit a few Red Crested Skinks. As you see, they are really good, and getting a couple of them is going to help out a lot. There's another reason why we wanted this sacrifice to Kurvetsa, because can you see the replenishment is almost instant, and that is what you want to see. So our army is almost full, our money is almost gone, and that's fine, honestly. They will possibly attack Shanhutek, but most probably they will not. They will run to Poxmarsh because they do not have much of an army. I'm assuming this is a bloated corpse, but we don't know, right? There's going to be a rebellion here, and that's absolutely fine. This way it will cancel out all the negative public order that we have for a couple of turns, and that puts us to around negative 40. But yeah, now we need to rush. So we could either rush down here to relieve the siege, or we could rush through these guys and get to Chakwa. But I'm not sure that will work. Sacrifice or Jungle Swarm. I forgot what it does exactly, but might as well use it. You could also wait to activate these, but you need to activate these times five times, so might as well. Jungle Swarm mod. Okay, it's an AoE damage, and it does basically a lot of snaky boys. Right, and turn. This is going to be a nice rebellion army that you can kill a few times over, and it will do a lot of damage. He wants a trade agreement with us. That's good on me, and the more trade we have, the better, because it gives us a lot more resources that we do actually need. The money that we get from trade at the start of the campaign is just great. Plus, we don't really want to be on the bad side of Teclis. Yep, it was a bloated corpse. Yes, auto resolve. Bloated corpse does not have that much balance of power, strength, and it's great for us. Again, this could be entirely random and you want to play it even more safe. I've test played this 4 to 5 times and this never happened. They always stayed there and had like an army of 6 extra units, which is why I recruit so much extra. Now, there's a rebellion. That's good, good, good. We are at 19. It means, to be honest, I'm just going to run all the way here. Because I can't run this. Well, can I run this way? Yeah, I can. Okay, I'm going to try and run this way. That's still a lot of turns, but I mean, it's 1 turn extra. They might. Let's see. Can I convince them? Offer payments. There's Kruges. I mean, taking them out is not really a big deal either, so help yourself, I guess. Damaged buildings. Oh my god. Recruited another unit. And turn. If they take it, we'll just go and sack the settlement and then take it again in the same turn. Definitely not going to hurt us in terms of anything. It gives us a little bit more experience. They can raise the dead from anywhere, so they're pain in the ass. Yeah, they went there. They're not gonna like the fact I'm gonna trespass all over tax land. Now the main issue is if they block my charge down this way, which could be a pain in the ass, but it's not something I could really do anything about, honestly. Yeah, I think they have done so. Let's see. They've blocked my charge. And the tax land has already started an army down there. So yeah, that was a bit of a bad call from my end, but you can never know what's going to happen. They're not happy with us that they're trespassing, but that's fine. Anyway, and turn. Technically speaking, you can take tax land from them really easy at this point. But then you're going to get hated by everyone because you did put a non-aggression pact with them. Those things always happen. It is total war after all. Yeah, they took Chakwa already. So they took Chakwa really fast this turn. They usually take it at turn 9. But again, it's absolutely fine. At this point, what you need to do is to secure everything, is to make sure you don't get the rebellion down there, which we are technically going to do now. Yeah, as in not the rebellion taking out the Shlompahulek settlement. And yeah, run down this way and we'll come and deal with this. This should be a relatively easy fight for us, and they do need to spend a turn replenishing there. I will fix that and that because that will give you extra money. And yeah, we'll just run down this way and see what happens. And turn. And that will be pretty much now the tutorial. I'll skip to the point where we're fighting the rebellion because it's going to be just ending turns for now. And yeah, just take it out. It should be noted that you could technically hire a lord at Tehenhauin and just defend with that, because the lord with this army is more than enough to deal with this. This is just a simple clanrat army, and you have quite a lot more. But an auto resolve here will make sure that he gets a little bit more levels, and we get sacrifices. Now, what is gonna? Oh wow, we got actually extra replenishment rate. Nice. I'm just gonna keep leveling him up to lightning strike, and that will be done. Honestly, guys, this is pretty much the 10 turn guide. What can you do now? Well, the logical step now is to come either to attack the Vampire Coast, start raiding, taking out the blood swamps over there, and just destroying any army that he comes out of the Awakening with. You should also try and take out the settlement up here, but either one you take, he's going to send an army the other way to try and deal with you. The Awakening is already like a ridiculous garrison, so it's going to take a while before you can take it out. You also should, as much as possible, try get relationships up with Chakwa over here, Tlakwa and Tlaxlan, to get Chakwa back, and Isa eventually incorporating them into your army through the Confederation mechanic. It seems Gorok is losing at the moment, so if he loses his army a bit more, you might actually be able to confederate him. That's all it takes. So even tricking the wait, I believe he is at war with the Blue Vipers, so he's going to struggle over there a little bit. Taking him out early on is also a good idea, so it's possibly a nice way to go and take him out now, but you're going to need 2 really strong armies to do that. You do have the option of, which I sometimes do, is, well, it's really recommended, you raid in your own settlements, or you just, you know, let rebellions happen by taking your unit out. I forgot that these guys don't raid. Oh man, good old lizards, they're all so nice. But you could just let your rebellion take place again. It will take place at this point in 11 turns. There are ways to make it get there faster as well, but it's all up to you. You decide what you want to do. It's your game at the end of the day. The last thing that you want to do is to make sure that you finish the Rites of Sotek as much as possible. I like to do a second invocation, sacrifice to Kurvesa, and that should finish this. Gives you a little bit more sacrificial offerings, and gives you access to these guys, which are really good. So random follower, you do that. There are followers that give you really wait, what does this do? Leadership in army, which is fair enough. There are followers that give you unit cost reduction, so your army upkeep can become 0, and it just makes it so much easier to basically have like 4 or 5 armies. You just need to also keep in mind that you need to recruit the skinks. Last thing, uncompromising, arrogant, these are not good ones. You want either pompous, disciplined, one of those guys. King chiefs are always good to have, and they're really good in your army. King priests are the best, of course. In this case, I think the tough is the best one from all 3, and you throw him in and you have a full army of 20 complete there. Right, Ferocity is also not going to do much. So, end turn, and this is the 10 turn guide for Tehenhauin, or also known as Tehenhauin, the Lizard Jesus. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like this video and you want to see videos like this, please leave a like, leave a comment, and what you want to think. And if you really, really liked it, you can always subscribe and see my other videos that I have going on at the moment. I'm trying to do pretty much most of the lords for Warhammer 2, and eventually move on to Warhammer 3, because I'm having a blast doing this. It's also making me play with lords which I had never played before, or I had played briefly and experienced briefly. But that said, for the blessed kings, the blessed chameleon kings, I bid you farewell. Have a lovely day, guys, and stay safe out there. It's crazy.